Hello.
Hello.
And welcome again.
Yeah, nice 2-week gap unfortunately since the last video, but
we are still in lockdown, obviously, as the whole of the UK is.
Everybody's in lockdown.
So we are still in the same spot.
Yeah, we spent Christmas here, as you know, and we'll be here probably for the foreseeable, maybe even up to the end of March.
Yes, yeah. But we're in a beautiful spot, and I've got my bird feeders out, and the birds are having a great time, aren't they?
They are indeed. They're loving it.
Yeah.
Since our last vlog, we asked a lot of people what they thought we should film in lockdown because, as you know, if we can't move the boat, it's limited as to what we can actually produce. And we had loads of suggestions from people, and by far the most popular was that they wanted to see more of Julie's artwork. So, you know, it didn't surprise me in the slightest. So they were asking for things like painting tutorials. They're hard to do because they take hours and hours to film.
You'd get very bored.
Yeah, you would. I mean, we might feature a sped up version of one in an upcoming vlog.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd show you some of Julie's artwork. And certainly the latest thing that Julie's working on is book illustrations.
Yeah, my latest project. So we've decided between us that we're going to write a book and illustrate it. So obviously Mark will do the writing, I'll do the illustrating.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've done a couple of paintings so far for it, but there are quite a number to go. So I'll give you a little insight into that and show you how they're coming along.
So what are you up to, Julie?
So I'm just putting some final details really onto this painting. This is going to be one of the illustrations to go in the book. And then this one is going to be on one of the other pages.
So what's the book about?
Well, it's about nature, the things that are happening on a monthly basis along the canal. So everything that's happening in January to do with nature, whether the buds are just opening and what birds are on the birds feeders and things like that. So it's a month by month how nature is evolving, I suppose.
Yeah, the changing of the seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So so that's something we'll show you more of as the project progresses.
Mm.
And also, you had a lovely photograph, didn't you, from Maggie May?
Oh yeah, I did a portrait, a commission of Dexter, the beautiful dog that she has.
So that's the original picture, and this is the portrait. I think you'll agree. That one's spot on.
And she sent me a lovely photo of her, Dexter, and the painting. So we'll show you that one as well. So just before Christmas, we found a fantastic recipe for a pizza, a wood-fired pizza. But you don't need a wood fire to do it.
No.
It was really good. We found it on a YouTube channel, and we did film that just before Christmas, and we wanted to include it and never did we? We forgot all about it.
It was just languishing on a memory card, and we found it and we thought this is too good to, because it turned out brilliantly well.
Yeah. So if you want to make a wood-fired pizza, have a look. So what are we making, Mark?
Pizza dough.
And we're going to be doing it in the frying pan, aren't we?
We are.
Our son showed us a fantastic YouTube channel, a cookery channel.
Called Salted Food, I think it's called.
Yeah. And they made a pizza in a frying pan, so that's what we're going to have a go at doing.
We are.
We've got 500 grams of flour.
Yep.
300 of liquid, which is warm water. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of fast acting yeast.
And you can do this dough with a no knead technique as long as you give yourself 18 hours notice, and you do it, you mix it together and then you put it in the fridge for 18 to 19 hours and the yeast does the job of kneading for you. Unfortunately we haven't forward planned for that, so I've got to knead this for 10 minutes until it's nice and stretchy.
Are you worn out yet?
Yes.
It's going to be very rustic. Just got to squidge it out, and then we're going to be putting it into the frying pan.
Place in the pan. Oops, missed.
So we've got the pan really hot. We've put the pizza dough in quite thin because it does puff up, doesn't it?
It does.
Quite a bit.
Right,
Let's get some tomato puree.
Tommy puree.
Good square to that, I reckon. We like a lot of tomato puree on ours, don't we?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Spoon. If you're wondering why the handle's got tin foil on, it's because we've got to put this under the grill in the pan and I don't want the plastic handle melting.
And unfortunately you can hear the engine going because we need to charge the batteries up, don't we?
We do. For our evening of television extraordinaire. I think we're going to watch the Christmas Chronicles 2 tonight, aren't we?
I think so.
There we go.
Right, whilst you're getting the meat, I'll get the parmesan.
Right, so we've
Sprinkle
got
some parmesan.
a couple of salamis going on. I'll save one for mine. And we got some pepperoni. Fair enough.
Yep.
And then we got some
Mozzarella.
good old mozzarella. Got some cheddar.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's put that one there. Sprinkle some cheddar on top.
I know you're not supposed to have cheddar on it, but I quite like cheesy pizza.
That right?
Yeah.
One more bit of mozzarella, I think. A few more lumps there. Right, let that do its thing.
So now we cook it for about 5 minutes.
Some chilli flakes.
Yeah, let's put chilli flakes on. You know what we need? Basil as well.
Yes.
Later.
Right. I'm going to try and go easy with your chilli flakes.
Ooh,
Oh, smoking a bit.
it's cooking. And we'll give that a couple of minutes under the grill.
Put your basil on top. Oh, look at that, proper posh.
Yeah, that looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pizza is served.
On stone baked pizza without a pizza oven.
Cooked from scratch, including the dough.
Hey.
And as usual, I had my monthly trip down to Queen Alexandra Hospital in Cosham on the south coast to have my eye injected, so we filmed a little bit of that. It wasn't breaking lockdown rules because you can travel for medical purposes, and unfortunately because we're in lockdown in Wiltshire, but my consultant and my appointments are down at Queen Alexandra Hospital in Cosham, I have to travel down to the hospital to get my eyes injected. So I checked with the hospital first. They said you're not breaking any lockdown rules even though you are travelling quite a distance.
So it's early morning. Where are we off to?
We're off to Queen Alexandra Hospital in Cosham down near Portsmouth because it's that time of the month again where I have to go and get my eye injected.
So I'm just sat waiting in the car for Mark to come out of the hospital, and I've decided instead of sitting in the hospital grounds, which just I don't want to be there at the moment, it would be better to drive up to the top of the hill. The hospital's at the bottom of a small hill, and I thought I'd come up to the top of the hill and sit in the car park, which has the most incredible views. So I will turn you round so you can see the beautiful views, looking over Portsmouth, Gosport, and the sea. Here he comes. Hi, Captain.
Aye, aye. Oh.
All right.
Yep.
Done.
Easy.
Was it?
Yep. I'd recommend everybody has one.
So, and you'll see as well on the footage, lockdown. We don't think so.
It just wasn't happening.
No, the first lockdown when I went out, it felt a bit like the early scenes of The Walking Dead when Rick goes through the city on his horse and there's no one around, and then he comes across a horde of zombies. Well, I didn't come across a horde of zombies, but when I first went out in the first lockdown, it was almost as though you were creeping around, hoping not to be spotted because you're the only car on the road, literally the only car on the road. This time round,
doesn't look much like a lockdown, does it?
no.
It's really busy.
Yeah, you'll see from the footage just how many people were out in rush hour on the motorways and the A roads.
So we do know that obviously more people are travelling to work at the moment, and that shows in our daughter's a primary school teacher, and during the first lockdown they stayed open for key worker children and vulnerable children, and she only had 4 in her class each day. This lockdown she's got 17.
Yeah,
So-
we seem to have found some more key workers. And in keeping with all lockdown videos, we are going to take you on a glorious trip to the shops.
It's our local supermarket and it's not too far away, but we do have to go over the most beautiful hills and scenery that there are. So.
I mean, to be honest, it was too good to not film. I mean, it's so pretty. So pretty. So we take you on a little journey as we head towards the shops, just to give you an insight as to our daily, or not daily, our weekly commute to the supermarket.
It's not a bad drive, is it, to go to get your shopping?
No, not at all. Can think of worse places. But it's not all non-boaty stuff.
No, there was some excitement.
There was. We moved for water. We went down one lock.
Yeah.
But we got to move the boat to go and get water, which was really exciting, because when you're on a boat, and other boaters will know this, when you're on a boat, it's nice to moor up, it's nice to get settled, but you do get itchy feet. So after a while, you want to move again. And when somebody says to you, you can't move, then it becomes almost... It becomes frustrating, doesn't it?
It does become frustrating. I think did our water tank last 3 weeks, or was it 4 weeks?
I think you decided you were going to go to one shower every fortnight, so we managed to keep it fairly full for about 3.5 weeks. Well, put it this way: I think we topped it up on the 20th of December as we came through here, and it took us up to about the 15th of January.
We're also filling up some containers of water when we're down at the water point as well, so that we've got another, I don't know, what would you say, 20 litres of water maybe?
20. Yeah, something like that. And it's only one lockdown, so if we need to, we can walk down with containers and fill up.
Yeah, so we're trying to reduce the amount of times that we move.
Yeah.
So once a month is not too bad, is it?
No, it's pretty good.
It's
I mean,
pretty good.
once every 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
And all you out there that sort of say, oh, what a wonderful lifestyle it is and how glamorous it is on a lovely boat, etc., etc., lest ye not forget that we have to walk through muddy paths with empty plastic containers to fill up water from a tap to bring back to the boat. And if that doesn't bring back memories of 1970s standpipes and water rationing, then that's how glamorous this lifestyle is. Really glamorous.
Okay, so we're going to go down through the lock to the water point, which is not very far after the lock. And when we get the water, we're going to reverse back to the winding hole and then back up the lock again. We're going to leave all the mooring pins in here because as you can see behind me, it's a beautiful spot. Okay, so we've untied. Mark is just coming down behind me. Got the lock just in front of us, and I'm going to go and set it. I think Mark must have been a little bit grounded. I've gone down, set the lock. Thought, where is he? Literally a couple of 100 yards away from the lock, and turned round. He's still back there, so we'll find out from him in a minute what happened. So I've just pulled this great big branch out of the lock. We don't want that going in the prop. Mark's not happy. You got stuck.
Sorry?
You got stuck.
Yeah, I did.
We've just come out of the lock. There's a Canal and River Trust or Land and River dredger there doing some work to the pontoons at the side, and not very far away, probably 400 feet away, is the water point. It's a very, very tiny journey today. Okay, so we're just reversing back to the winding hole, which is just here. And we'll do a turn and then back through the lock, which is just where that bridge is. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro because it always looks miles away on the GoPro. So we're going to reverse past the winding hole so that we can bring our nose into the middle of it, over there, and then we can turn. So you're obviously going to see me doing a lot of painting over the next few weeks, and we'll keep you up to date on the art project that we're doing. But what we also thought is we would perhaps run a bit of a competition.
Yes, we'd like you. In the last lockdown, we asked you to send us the view from your window, photograph the view from your window, and we got loads of people doing it, and we featured them in the vlogs. And it was just such a lovely thing, and we got hellos from all over the world. What we thought this time was rather than a photograph of your view or the wildlife that you can see from your window, we thought it might be a nice idea if you could paint, draw, sketch. It doesn't matter what medium, you could even sculpt it if you want.
Sculpt it, yeah.
Whatever medium you want to choose, crayons even. We would love to see the view from your window or the wildlife from your window, so that we can get an idea of the sort of wildlife that comes into your daily life while you're sitting looking out the window.
Yeah, I mean, we've got bird feeder out here, and we see lots of wonderful, beautiful birds that are on the bird feeder. But obviously you're all from different parts of the country, and you're going to see
different parts of the world.
Yeah, different parts of the world, sorry. And you're going to see totally different wildlife to us. So we'd really love to see some paintings, sketching, sculptures of the wildlife or the landscape that you see out of your window. And
Yeah.
we're going to choose a winner, aren't we?
We are, and there's a prize.
There is a prize.
Yeah, there's a prize, yeah.
You're going to get one of my prints.
Oh, I thought it was my calendar. I thought it was my 2022 calendar.
Oh, the one that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, no. It's going to be one of Julie's prints, so we're going to offer a print, a free print as a prize for what we consider to be the best one. Now, we would obviously like you to try and make a little bit of effort on this one. So all of you Canadians that are watching, we want you to pack a rucksack, pack a tent, get out into the wildlife. We want you living with bears. For the next 6 weeks, we want you to assimilate yourself. We want you to catch salmon, you know, leaping salmon in wild rivers.
No, we don't need you to do that. We just need you to look out your window. We'd like to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers, patrons, and everyone else who supports the channel, either via PayPal or watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's really appreciated.
It is.
As we always like to do on these vlogs, we love to thank all of our contributors and people that support the channel. So we've got 2 that I'd like to do and 1 that Julie wants to do. So Sharon Prins. It's a bit belated, but then the videos have been a bit hit and miss. Thank you very much indeed for supporting the channel on Patreon. And also Daryl Evans, thank you to you as well for supporting the channel on Patreon. As we always say, it makes a massive difference.
And can I say thank you to Frank Davidson, who supported us over on our PayPal.
So thank you guys very much.
Thanks for watching.
And if you like the video,
if you can give it a thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe, and when you do so, don't forget to click the bell icon. It's never in the place where I want it to be. And once you've clicked the bell icon, YouTube will give you notifications when we post new videos.
And without doubt, we will definitely see you next week.
And if you have any comments, you do it every week. We'll keep this in.
No one.
And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments box below. We answer every single one. I should point out that just occasionally, we get comments that when you click on them to respond, they disappear. I've got no idea why.
No.
We had Guy from South Africa. I can't remember his name, bless him. He made a lovely comment, and I clicked to reply, and it just disappeared, and I couldn't find it. And I've since to this day not found it from our last vlog. So if you're still watching and wondering why you didn't get a reply, then that's the reason why. Also, we get messages from people that for some reason don't pop up in the initial feed, and then I'll be checking it a week, 2 weeks later, and I'll find them halfway down. And again, I've got no rhyme or reason why they're there, or how they got there and how they got missed, because I check them every single day. So if that's you and you've had a belated reply, again, I apologise, but that's the reason why.
And without a doubt, we will definitely see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.